Understanding public key and private key and encryption. In today's digital age, encryption has become an essential tool to protect sensitive information from unauthorized access. Encryption is the process of converting plain text into a coded message that can only be deciphered by someone who has the key to unlock it. One of the most common forms of encryption is a public key and private key encryption. In this video, we will explore what public key and private key encryption are, how it works, and their applications. What is public key and private key encryption? Public key and private key encryption, also known as asymmetric encryption, is a cryptographic system that uses two keys, a public key and a private key, to encrypt and decrypt data. The public key is available to anyone who wants to send an encrypted message, while the private key is kept secret by the owner of the public key. How does public key and private key encryption work? When someone wants to send an encrypted message to the owner of a public key, they use the public key to encrypt the message. Once the message is encrypted, only the owner of the corresponding private key can decrypt it. This is because the private key is the only key that can unlock the encryption. The role of public key and private key in authentication. Public key and private key encryption is not only used for encrypting messages but also for authentication. In this case, the private key is used to sign a digital document, while the public key is used to verify the signature. This ensures that the document has not been tampered with and comes from a trusted source. Applications of public key and private key encryption. Public key and private key encryption has numerous applications in today's digital world. One of the most common applications is in secure communication over the Internet. Websites use public key and private key encryption to secure their connections and protect sensitive information such as credit card numbers, passwords, and personal data. Another application of public key and private key encryption is in digital signatures. Digital signatures are used to authenticate the sender of a document and ensure that the document has not been tampered with. Public key and private key encryption is also used in secure email communication, virtual private networks, VPNs, and secure file transfer protocols, SFTP. Advantages of public key and private key encryption. One of the main advantages of public key and private key encryption is that it provides a secure way to exchange information over an insecure network such as the Internet. It also eliminates the need for a shared secret key, which can be vulnerable to interception or theft. Additionally, public key and private key encryption is scalable, meaning that it can be used to encrypt messages between two parties or multiple parties. Disadvantages of public key and private key encryption. Despite its advantages, public key and private key encryption has some disadvantages. One of the main disadvantages is that it is computationally intensive, meaning that it requires a lot of processing power to encrypt and decrypt messages. This can make it impractical for use in certain applications such as low-power devices. Another disadvantage of public key and private key encryption is that it is vulnerable to attacks such as brute force attacks and man-in-the-middle attacks. Brute force attacks involve trying every possible key until the correct one is found, while man-in-the-middle attacks involve intercepting communication between two parties and altering the message. The future of public key and private key encryption. As technology continues to evolve, so does the need for more secure encryption methods. While public key and private key encryption is still widely used today, new encryption methods such as quantum cryptography are being developed. Quantum cryptography uses the principles of quantum mechanics to create unbreakable encryption keys, making it virtually impossible to intercept or decode messages. Conclusion. Public key and private key encryption is a powerful tool for securing communication and protecting sensitive information. It provides a secure way to exchange information over an insecure network and eliminates the need for a shared secret key. While it has some disadvantages, it is still widely used today and will continue to be an essential tool in the digital age.